Um, to go back into this for a second, we can increase the density, the actual geometry density, by doing a volume mixer. Here it is. And say, hey, forget this volume visualization thing, which is only affecting, I should have mentioned that actually. The volume visualization is only affecting how it shows up in the viewport. It's not actually affecting the density. This is actually affecting the density. If I say post multiply for the densities, whatever they were from 0 to 1, have all been multiplied by 4 now. There's literally 4 times as much density. And of course, it looks thicker now. So now I'm just going to click render again. And you'll see that it is certainly denser. In fact, we're seeing more of that fill light now. See, that's the little blue over here. And the red is more over here where our warmer glow was. And we can click back and forth. You can really see how much denser it is. And in all of the ways that it affects it. It affects it in positive ways, such as we have nicer shadowing now because less light is getting through. This is kind of hard to look at. This looks more like a solid thing. So we're seeing the yellow light, we're seeing the blue light, we're seeing the shadows, but we're also starting to see the boxiness of our voxels. So that's just the way that goes in terms of computer power versus how good you can make an image look. I mean, if you just need more voxels usually. 50 voxels on an axis is not enough. 46 by 44 by 50 in X, Y, and Z respectively. 101,000 little cubes, each one storing some density value. You could easily get away with like 200 here, and you can see it's calculating it. And when you run simulations, I mean, production quality simulations are going to go up to 600 cubed easily. I mean, they can go higher, or maybe they'll have multiple 600 cubed ones. But you can see how long that took to compute. Much more than just the 50. Because going from 50 to 200 is not 4 times as many voxels. Look how many we have now. Now there's 6.3 million voxels. Because we're going up 4 times in each axis. It's 4 times 4 times 4 as many voxels. So you got to be careful that as you ask for more density, you realize that it's exponential. Because there are 3 different axes that this will happen on. So I'm going to do that render again, and you can see how nice and smooth it is already, even in the viewport. It should be noted too, we didn't make it any denser by doing this. We didn't make it 4 times denser by have 4 times as many voxels. We just made it be 4 times as many voxels, which will be good for capturing detail. So here it is, just finishing up. Look how nice that looks now. And yes, did it take a little bit longer? Sure, but it didn't take that long. And at the end of the day, you're making nice looking images, and that's what matters. So we went from this thing to higher density and then more voxels. You really see the difference. Cool.